This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Jing Jamlang. On the Scorecard tonight, Quiambao chases NBA dream, set for workouts with 5 teams today, July 11th. Alas Filipinas stumbles in straight sets, falls to Thailand in CV League battle. Sabalenka calls out Anisimova after Wimbledon exit. Fognini retires after Wimbledon Classic, bows out versus Alcaraz in final match. In Major League Baseball, Ceddanne Rafaela delivers clutch 2-run hit. Red Sox edge Rays for 7th straight win, 4-3. While in the NBA, Cooper Flagg's viral slam ignites NBA Summer League. Mavs rookie stuns in debut versus Lakers. And our sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay reports on how the Philippine soft tennis team scored big in Poland. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 11th of July. Now here's our roundup. Kevin Quiambao isn't done making headlines just yet. The 2-time UAAP MVP is taking his talent straight to the NBA's front doors. The NBA dream is still alive for the Gilas forward, and it's about to get real. Gilas Pilipinas head coach Tim Cone confirmed that Quiambao will work out with 5 NBA teams starting today, July 11th. A big audition that could shape his immediate future. Quiambao flew to the U.S. earlier this month to chase his NBA aspirations, hoping to land a Summer League spot. He missed the cut for the Sacramento Kings' lineup, but that did not shut the door. Cone says there's still interest, and this workout could either extend Quiambao's Summer League stay or signal his return to the Philippines on July 16th.
He's got a workout with 5 NBA teams on the 11th. And so that will kind of dictate his schedule after that. If he's able to draw some interest, he might end up being in the Summer League a little bit longer. If not, he'll come back earlier.
This update comes just weeks before Gilas heads to Saudi Arabia for the FIBA Asia Cup next month. The NBA Summer League runs from July 10 to 20, and for Quiambao, the clock is ticking and the spotlight is getting brighter. After a dominant debut against Vietnam, Alas Pilipinas hit a wall against a familiar foe. The Alas Pilipinas men's national team suffered a tough straight sets defeat to regional powerhouse Thailand, 16-25, 22-25, 24-26. In the first leg of the 2025 CV League at the Candon City Arena in Ilocos Sur. Fresh off a sweep of Vietnam, the Pinoy squad entered with momentum, but Thailand's size, experience, and steady defense proved too much. The loss marks the first setback for Alas Pilipinas in the tournament, despite a valiant effort in the third set that saw them come within 2 points of forcing an extension. Thailand's poise under pressure and well-timed attacks sealed the deal, handing the hosts a harsh reminder of the level needed to compete with Asia's best. Alas Pilipinas will look to bounce back as they continue their campaign in the next leg of the CV League. Moving on to Wimbledon, Aryna Sabalenka blasted Amanda Anisimova's behavior following her Wimbledon semi-final loss, accusing the American of disrespect during their tense 3-set duel. Sabalenka's Wimbledon dream ended in a 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 defeat to 12th seed Amanda Anisimova, but it was her rival's attitude that stole headlines. Sabalenka accused Anisimova of celebrating points too early and not apologizing after a lucky net court.
I mean, yeah, I was just trying to chase the ball, and yeah, she was already celebrating it, and I was like, I mean, that's a bit too early. But then she kind of like pissed me off, like saying that, oh, that's what she does all the time. But I was grateful that she actually said that, because I was like, it's actually helped me to, you know, keep fighting. And I'm like, okay, like now I'm gonna show you the tennis, you know. So.
Roland Garros backlash. kept her cool until a final jab. Despite her outburst, Sabalenka admitted Anisimova played better and deserved the win. Meanwhile, after 2 decades of passion, fire, and flair, Fabio Fognini closes the book on his tennis journey with a final showdown against Carlos Alcaraz on center court. Fognini has called time on his tennis career, retiring after a gritty 5-set battle against Wimbledon champ Carlos Alcaraz. The 38-year-old Italian fought for over 4 hours before falling 7-5, 6-7, 7-5, 2-6, 6-1. A former world number 9, Fognini, announced his retirement days later, saying he wanted to spend time with family. Known for his talent and temper, Fognini leaves with 9 singles titles, a Monte Carlo Masters crown, and a place in Italian tennis history. His parting moment? A standing ovation in the locker room and an Alcaraz shirt for his son. Fognini's final chapter ends not with a trophy, but with respect and a legacy built on passion. In Major League Baseball, when the game was on the line, Ceddanne Rafaela stepped up and flipped the script at Fenway. Rafaela's 2-run single in the 7th lit up Fenway, lifting the Red Sox to a 4-3 win over the Tampa Bay Rays to open the 4-game series in style. The center fielder went 2 for 3, scoring Boston's first run in the 3rd, then capping a 3-run rally in the 7th with a clutch hit up the middle. Walker Buehler worked 6 strong innings, allowing 2 homers but just 5 hits overall. The bullpen took over from there, with Chris Murphy earning the win, Garrett Whitlock holding the line, and Aroldis Chapman striking out 2 in the 9th for his 16th save. The Rays got homers from Ha-Sung Kim in the 4th and Junior Caminero in the 6th to take a 3-1 lead. But in the 7th, Brian Baker walked Trevor Story and Romy Gonzalez, then Marcelo Mayer doubled in a run, setting up Rafaela's game winner. Fenway was rocking and Boston is rolling. Welcome to the big stage, and Cooper Flagg just announced himself with authority. In just his first pro game, Cooper Flagg made it clear he's not here to warm the bench. In Las Vegas, the 18-year-old Mavericks rookie caught a pass, rose above the defense, and threw down a thunderous dunk that instantly took over social media. Flagg's monster jam during the opening quarter of the Mavs-Lakers Summer League showdown was more than just 2 points. It was a statement. NBA fans everywhere reacted with shock and awe. Welcome to the league, Cooper Flagg, one user posted. Face of the league soon, declared another. Even Mavs diehards couldn't contain their excitement, with some posting, raise the flag, we got that guy, and I screamed when we drafted him. The viral clip, shared by the Mavericks, racked up thousands of likes with comments pouring in non-stop. But this wasn't just one flashy moment. Flagg, the #1 overall pick in the 2025 NBA draft, is coming off a dominant freshman season at Duke, where he averaged 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 blocks per game, while shooting 48.1% from the field and 38.5% from deep. He led the Blue Devils to the Final Four, and now he joins a Mavs roster featuring Kyrie Irving, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Najee Marshall, and other young talents ready to compete. Cooper Flagg has arrived, and if this dunk is any indication, the league better be ready. Engines roared at dawn at the Clark International Speedway, but for Mike Toledo, nothing was louder than the beating heart of a proud father. For Javier Toledo, the 2025 Petron Kalayaan 12-Hour Endurance Cup was more than his first foray into endurance racing. It was the result of discipline, mental toughness, and months of preparation. Representing Team MSCC Mazda Miata Spec, Javier and his crew delivered podium wins P1 and P3, with team number 55 getting a new record for most laps completed in the event's history. But for Mike Toledo, watching from the pits, it wasn't just about podiums. It was about seeing his son push beyond limits embrace the grind, and show true heart on and off the track. For Mike Toledo, it was a win he will never forget. As the final flag dropped, it wasn't just a victory for Team Mazda, it was a powerful moment of fatherhood and a celebration of everything a son can become when he drives with purpose. And here's your daily dose of sports lingo. In skateboarding, what's the trick that makes your board spin without ever flipping? It's called a pop shove-it, a classic skateboarding move where the rider pops the tail of the board, making it spin 180 degrees or more beneath them, while their body stays still above the board. No flip, just pure spin and precision. The pop shove-it is a go-to trick for style and flow in street skateboarding. Land it clean and you're officially part of the skate crew. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. Caitlin Clark's 6-word shout-out to LeBron. Why is it still blowing up online? What's in a 6-word message? If you're LeBron James, well, everything. Caitlin Clark, WNBA's sharpshooting sensation, just dropped a verbal alley-oop that's still ricocheting around social media months later.
Well, I don't really get too starstruck from people, and that was like a moment that I was like pretty. I knew I was going to meet him when I was coming to the game, and that's like one of my idols. Like LeBron is the GOAT to me, so.
6 simple words delivered with full court conviction, and the internet hasn't let go. Why now? Why this line? Why Clark? When the GOAT debate rages between MJ and King James, this vote from a rising hoops legend in the making just slams home a fresh perspective. At 40, LeBron's legacy is still growing. From his early Cleveland days to the Miami dynasty run, back to a storybook return with the Cavs, and now holding it down in LA, the man has stacked up accolades like trophies on a statue. Rookie of the Year, 4 NBA titles, 4 MVPs, countless all-star nods, and that iconic chase-down block that changed the course of history in 2016. Even in the twilight of his career, the King is still chasing glory. If title number 5 comes next season, who's still denying his throne? And if Clark's words are any indication, the next generation is already crowning him. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 11th of July. When we return, our sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay reports on how the Philippine soft tennis team scored big in Poland. That's up next, so keep it here on the Scorecard. Welcome back to the Scorecard. The Philippine soft tennis team scored hard-fought victories at the prestigious Poland Cup, where they truly did not disappoint, bringing home 8 medals. How do they do it? Here's sports correspondent Sheila Salaysay with this report.
Soft Tennis Pilipinas brought home medals from the recently concluded 18th Poland Cup International Soft Tennis Tournament held in Grodzic, Mazowiecki, Poland. Leading the charge were the national coaches of Soft Tennis Pilipinas, Coach Winifredo De Leon and Coach Michael Enriquez, who competed in the 40-plus age division and brought home the gold medal. A testament that dedication and determination know no age.
Another great experience para sa amin kasi nanumbalik yung dati naming national team kami. Kami pa yung national team before. So, napaka-saya. Enjoy yung laro namin. Yung mindset na competitive, talagang nandun pa rin. So, yung fitness level, siyempre, hindi na ganoon kataas yung fitness level namin. Yung dating malalayong bola na naaabot mo pa, ngayon hindi mo na maabot.
yung isip mo, nandun pa rin. Pero yung muscle mo, medyo hindi na ganun ka, yung bilins, pero yung skill, yung technique, nandun pa rin. Yun lang pagkakaiba niya.
For the silver medalists, Bienzoleta and Princess Katindig, the chemistry between them goes way back, forming the foundation of their strong and enduring partnership.
Actually, since 2016 pa kami nag-partner. Actually, yung Asian Championship, yung nag-medal kami last 2016 for Asian Championship. Nag-bronze kami sa team event. So kami ni Princess na mag-partner nun. And then, SEA Games 2023 kami naman din yung magkaka-team nun. And then, nag-golden kami na sa team event. And then, ngayon, until now, nagpa-partner pa rin kami ni Princess and nananalo pa rin. Nabuo na siya through time. Tsaka, siguro yung tiwala namin sa isa na walang bibitaw kapag kailangan mag-produce, mag-deliver. Yun, alam namin na kakapitan namin ng isa't isa.
Despite of already winning medals, Bienzoleta and Princess Katindig still continue to discover new things about each other as partners.
Simple lang pero nagmamatter siya talaga. Sobrang kailangan din namin siyang tutukan kasi importante sa amin yung darating na tournament. So, small things pero kailangan namin siyang isa-isahin. Tsaka trainingin maigi sa Pilipinas.
For Patrick Mendoza and Joseph Arcilla, it's the bond and shared experiences both on and off the court that have truly solidified their partnership.
Siguro po yung yung outside the court, yung pagiging magkaibigan, parang magtropa lang. Kung magkaedad lang kaming dalawa kahit na para magtropa lang siya, nakakatulong talaga yan, yung bonding din. Yung after training, sobrang nakakatulong siya ng partnership.
On their first tournament outside Asia, they felt a mix of excitement, nerves, and pride. Facing unfamiliar conditions and tougher teams pushed them to step up and give their best. And as they say, one thing's for sure.
Sa puso, talagang palaban pa rin tayo sa pagdating sa puso para sa bayan pa rin yung iniisip natin. Pag every point talagang pinipilit namin kunin. So, yun talagang hindi pa rin maalis yung pusong Pinoy na palaban. Kahit anong mangyari, lalaban tayo hanggang sa huling puntos.
After the successful campaign of Soft Tennis Filipinas in Poland, they will be holding a clinic next week as part of their grassroots program and will also be participating in the National Open in Bacolod City. Meanwhile, the national team is set to compete in the Asian Championships in Korea this September. Reporting for the Scorecard, this is Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Up next, TNT's quest for a Grand Slam meets a familiar foe in San Miguel. One team is playing with destiny, the other playing to protect a dynasty. So who blinks first? We're about to find out. So better keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. You know what time it is? This isn't just another final series. This is history on the line. TNT trumping 5G one step away from completing the elusive Grand Slam, but standing in their way, the dynasty that's been there, done that, the San Miguel Beermen. And if you've followed PBA for more than a minute, you know this rivalry runs deep. Fifth time these two Titans are meeting in the finals since 2010. San Miguel 4-0. TNT hungry for revenge. Last time TNT chased a Grand Slam was in 2011. Guess who stopped them then? That's right, you heard it right. It's San Miguel, then Petron in 7th. Now it's 2025 and the script feels familiar, but the cast has evolved. San Miguel comes in with firepower. Second in points per game, Junmar Fajardo still an anchor down low. Mo Tautuas doing damage inside, and with guys like CJ Perez pushing the pace, they're tough to slow down. But TNT, they're the sharpshooters. Best three-point shooting team in the league. Offense flows through spacing and smart decisions. And when they need to grit it out inside, they can do that too. Let's look at their last meeting. TNT won by 5. San Miguel got 47 combined from Perez and Fajardo, but that was it. TNT clamped down. Calvin Oftana went nuclear with 23 and 21. Yeah, that's right, 21 boards from a wing. But here's the twist. That TNT lineup wasn't even complete. No Roser, no Nambata. Heading was still with Converge. This ain't the same team that TNT has. For San Miguel, the X factor is Jericho Cruz. He struggled early in the season, but in the semis, he flipped the switch. Smart, controlled, unselfish basketball. He's not CJ's explosive counterpart, he's the stabilizer. He finds pockets, keeps the offense moving, and hits timely shots. If TNT loads up on Fajardo and CJ, this guy, Cruz, has to make them pay. Now, for TNT, it's Brandon Ganuelas-Roser. This guy's been everywhere. Defense, rotations, blocks, rim protection. He's been the unseen backbone. He's also a screen and roll savant. He plays connector, makes the extra pass, and when he needs to, he finishes plays himself. If TNT wants to slow down Fajardo, Roser's help, D-rotations, and rim presence will be massive. Grudge match, part 5, TNT versus San Miguel. You know the story. Now comes the next chapter. Can June Mar and CJ deliver the Beermen again? Or does Calvin Oftana spark the start of TNT's crowning run? It all starts Sunday night. Don't miss it. Here are the odds for Game 1. And that's a wrap on our PBA Finals Game 1 breakdown. TNT's chasing glory, San Miguel's fighting to defend a dynasty. One team dreams of a Grand Slam, the other just wants to spoil it. Again, the stage is set, the moment is huge, so tune in and lock in and keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a multi-time PBA champion and one of the most beloved imports in Philippine basketball history, Justin Brownlee once said, "It's how you play the game, with heart, humility, and respect for opponents." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport. On the Bilyonaryo News channel, this is Jing Jamlang. Have a blessed evening.